Okay, so where are we? Day 2 of Able Tasman. This is weird. So yeah, we got done with our first day. It was very successful. The next night we survived as well to make it to the next day. Surprisingly, there were more people this time. I think there are 2, 4, 6 of us on the shuttle that takes you there at 8:30 in the morning. And there were even more people on the ferry, which was weird because we were used to having it all to ourselves. The 2 people you'll see in the next clip who are sitting like up front or whatever are Australian, and they came to visit. They're the ones who were feeding the ducks later. And then the guy who's closing the door is our water taxi driver, Dave, who was awesome. There's a couple of clips here I think I have of him talking a little bit. I wish that I could have gotten his whole guide tour spiel on tape, but I didn't, so what are you gonna do? Yeah, I think that's about it, so you watch that and I'll see you in a minute.
You can see us, didn't it? Yeah. I felt like being real sitting alone on the beach. From 1942, before that they had to go at farming it. So it was all farmland, or pretty much all of it farmland, little pockets of native bush. And little cottages that you've seen up the way, they were leased pieces of land off the government, and when they took the leases back to form the national...
Do you hear that? It's currently what I'm trying to get to. The waterfalls. And it is a heck of a hike, let me tell you. There are like stairs in the dirt. It was insane. So we're gonna continue on. It's flattened out a bit here, so I've kind of caught my breath, but it's ridiculous. So I'll talk to you when I get there, if I make it. I lied. I'm gonna film right now because this is gorgeous. This is what I get to walk over. Why am I filming this? It looks like Lost. The tunnel Jacob goes in and has to rule or whatever, and all of this is just straight out of Lost. Look at that. You can see where Haley's hiking too. She'll pass by. You'll see it. See? Crazy. Nah, 2 hands is gonna be better. Look at where I am! Look at this! You do not get to see this at home. Look at that! I'll just go stand closer. Probably a better place to take a shot. Oh yeah. That was floated already, it's alright. I am in heaven here. Look at that. Climbed over all these rocks as Haley's demonstrating right now. Woo! And our stuff is all the way over there.
So that was Cascade Falls, which was incredibly beautiful, wonderful way to start off the day. It took us straight up and then straight down pretty much. There were stairs, which you can see pictures of on Facebook. You probably already have. Stairs in the dirt. It was totally like lost ruins. It was just beautiful. But try getting up them. They're like this. I thought I was going to die. I thought my heart was going to like explode, come out of my chest. And there were so many sets of stairs. It was ridiculous. So finally there was a descent into the deeper jungly part. And it was really cold because the sun was coming out. It was still earlier in the day. And, you know, if we had stayed up top, it would have been so beautiful. But we went down below and in the shade and stuff. And it was really, really chilly. a couple clips ago is right before I slid and fell on my butt, and my butt was soaked for the rest of the day, it's safe to say, because I kept doing that. So, yeah, next clips are going to be at Cleopatra's Pool, which was one of my favorite places in the entire Abel Tasman National Park. It was so beautiful. None of this footage does it justice. I did not get enough. You have to be there. That's one of those. I could have filmed all of it, but there's nothing to say. But yeah, I climbed all the way up it, and this is where I had my a couple of falls. Yeah, I almost fell in like this whirlpool, which really sucked. My butt got wet again. My shoes got soaking wet, so I was wearing flip-flops, and then I lost a flip-flop down the river. And yeah, I went rock climbing and stuff, and it was so much fun. And man, I wish I could just build a house right on that rock that I was sitting on when I do a little narration there. And yeah, I wish I could live there for forever. It was so awesome. So enjoy the footage.
Welcome to Cleopatra's Pool. I'm sitting here eating lunch. I wanted to get on top of this rock to eat, so I did it. And look. It's really beautiful. It was really hard to get up here, especially with that. I was bonehead and I tripped. I don't know. I climbed that entire wall at Cascade Falls and nothing happened. And then I'm just walking like on a semi-downhill path and I just tripped and pulled my skin off. So anyway, I'll get back to you later. So, I have gone through the most brutal beating today. I am exhausted. We're finally at Te Pukatea. I think that's Te Pukatea Bay. I climbed up this rock and I'm just sitting here. That's the beach. Climbed through all those. Where I am right now. This is my view. The ocean. It's pretty gorgeous and I'm loving every second of this, even though it hurts so bad. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. We started out, we went to Cascade Falls. I climbed the entire moss-covered wall, vertical wall of the waterfalls. You know, I was climbing up it and nothing happened, whatever. And then on the way out, I slipped a little bit in the water and hurt my ankle a little, but it was no big deal. And then we were heading down this sandy, dry path with rocks. It was a little bit downhill. And I tripped out of nowhere. I seriously just fell, scraped my foot, my leg, my knee. I took video of that at Cleopatra's Pool, I think. And it was bleeding, and I was like, alright, let's continue on, you know. I didn't have anything to clean up with because being very smart, I was like, I didn't even think of bringing a first aid kit, so, we got to this point where the track forked a little bit, and, one way was Cleopatra's Pool, 10 minutes away, and the other one was Anchorage Bay, which was an hour away. Anchorage Bay had a place where I could like wash off and stuff like that, but I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's just go to Cleopatra's Pool. And it was beautiful, and of course I went out and climbed all these slimy rocks, and it was really exhilarating, and yeah, it was just awesome, but I was exhausted afterwards, and then on the way back, I slid down this like mossy slope, and I swear to God, there was this tree that had one branch like hanging over the side, and if I had not hit that, I would have fallen into like this whirlwind pool. It was bad. I hit the branch, and it wasn't even that stable a branch. I don't know. It was a miracle I didn't fall in. So that was that, and I got my butt soaking wet from sitting on the wet moss. I stuck my hand in really wet, gross kind of moss, not really sure. It was just nasty. And then what was the other thing I was crossing the river, Cleopatra's Pool, to get to Haley, and I slid and lost one of my flip-flops. I was wearing flip-flops because I was in the water. I lost one of them and went down the river. I had to go get that, and I was climbing over rocks to get that. And then I lost another flip-flop trying to get back to Haley. And then, another thing, on the way out to Cleopatra's Pool, I slid on some rock that was unstable, and both sneakers got wet. So right now I'm wearing flip-flops because it's a lot easier than wearing gross, sloshing tennis shoes. I don't know if they're going to be dry for an adventure tomorrow or anything, but I'm exhausted and I'm sorry to go. And I don't know why I'm sitting on a rock in the shade when I could be sitting on the sunny beach. Kind of doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go, and we're here. We're waiting for our water taxi to come pick us up. Dave, the driver, we like him a lot. He's really, really nice. And yeah, they're gonna take us back to Kateri. Is that where they're taking? Yeah, Kateri. They're taking us back there, and then we're gonna get on a shuttle and go back to the Machiweka hostel. And yeah, that's the plan so far. We're probably gonna crash really early. We've had to get up at 8:30. Well, we had to be on the shuttle at 8:30, so that's 7:30 a.m. We've been waking up for the past 2 days on our break. On our break, we decide that we're gonna get up at 7:30. So it has been so worth it, though. It's been absolutely wonderful, and I just wish everybody could be here with me because I miss you guys so much. And Becca, I was climbing the rocks at Cleopatra's Pool today and going up near that Cascade Falls, the waterfall, and oh my God, I kept thinking about you and how much fun we would have. When we were little, when we had our dolls and there was all those pools and stuff we found, and oh my God, you would have died if you were here to see it. I really wish you could have. I took as much film as I could, but it's kind of hard when you're trying to balance on rocks and stuff, but I did the best that I could, and video and film, pictures, they don't do justice. They really don't, and I wish everybody was here with me because I miss you so much, and I would love to be here with you. So I'm looking forward to Mexico. It's going to be fun, and it won't be cold water, so that's going to be great. But alright, well, I'm going to go, and I will probably be talking to you soon. This is a very long narration, and I'm sorry for any bored audience members. So, I love you, and yeah, hope everybody's good. This is not the end of the adventure, though. We got 2 more days, and one of them is going to be spent in Abel Tasman. So, yeah, I'm going to go wait for the shuttle. So, got to get down these rocks. Love you guys.